Guys, welcome back to Our Nurse in the Kitchen. Have you missed me? I've missed you. I know it's been a couple of weeks. Anyway, no excuses. Today we are going to do the wraps. I have a little avocado here and I have my wraps. So we're gonna do 3 different kind of wraps. We're gonna do a breakfast wrap. It's gonna be with some eggs. And I'm gonna do it with egg whites because I know I wanted to show you how I make my egg white omelet. We're gonna just put it in a wrap. And I'm going to do a grilled chicken one and I'm gonna do a vegetable one. Again, as you know, my motto is short and sweet. So let's get cooking. Okay guys, first I wanna show you, I'm gonna be grilling a chicken breast on this stovetop grill. And I've showed you, this is a very small, very practical grill that you can grill vegetables. But of course, you don't want to grill vegetables and your chicken together. That would be cross-contamination. Look at this pretty knife. Oh, I'm so excited that I just got. Okay, so I'm going to just cut this chicken breast in half. Because what you want the chicken breast to be the thinness of maybe a third to a quarter inch. So you can also speed up the cooking process by getting your chicken, you beat it up with a mallet. And you send it out. Now I have a metal mallet, but it's holding my phone right now, so I can't use it. Okay, so this is how you do it. And I'm gonna do the 2 of them, and then I'm gonna put them on the grill. So the chicken is on the grill, and we are going to season it with some sea salt, some pepper, I just got this little thing at Target today. I bought it online. I think it was like maybe $9. Really cheap. Okay, and I usually put like a little bit of Italian dressing, and I only have this oil vinaigrette, so that's what I'm gonna put on it. And you don't need to spend time seasoning your chicken, and it's gonna be perfect. Okay? Alrighty, so I've cleaned my board with hot soap and water. And I also wash my hands. It's amazing how your hands are such great tools in the kitchen and also in nursing, of course. Okay, so I'm gonna get ready for the vegetables. We are going to saute some vegetables. Very, very little. We don't want the vegetables to be too soft, because they're going inside a wrap. So you want almost a crudité. You almost want them raw. But that's what we're gonna do right now. So I'm gonna do my mise en place, cut the veggies, and then I'll be back. Okay, now we have our vegetables that are kind of stir fried. They look beautiful. I put a little bit of salt, pepper, and a splash of lemon juice. I use lime. I don't have lemon juice because I was just trying to say that lemons are pretty expensive these days. So right there, it's perfect. I can turn the heat off. I don't want them to be cooked, overly cooked. And then I turn the heat off. I will on the chicken, and then we're gonna let the chicken rest. If you recall, I always tell you that when you have meat, after you cook them, you want to let it rest. As you could see, I put the chicken on the side, sideways, so you can get the grill mark. So when you're cooking at home, you can do the same. All right? Same here. Now, this chicken is beautiful. It's done. But if you wanted to test it, you could stick a thermometer in it, and you need to reach 165. Remember that. Any kind of poultry, chicken or turkey. All right? So I like this little grill right, it sits right here on the burner, and then it does the job, so I don't have to go out there in the heat. All right, so we're gonna let this rest for a little bit. We have our vegetables. Now I'm going to make the aioli. This is something that I really enjoyed using in the restaurant, and people loved it. It makes the wrap in sandwiches. You're gonna get this recipe, you're gonna make it at home, and you're gonna love it. Okay guys, this is how I make my aioli. And aioli is just flavored mayonnaise. So I have some mayonnaise. Now remember, everything is in scale. I'm gonna be doing a little bit because I'm just doing this to show you. I don't wanna have a whole lot. So I would say maybe a couple of tablespoons of mayo. We don't need any more than that because otherwise it's gonna sit here and go to waste. So if you were having a party or you wanna make it at home, you could do this whole jar, but just add the ingredients accordingly. Then I have like half a shallot. We're going to dice them really fine because it's gonna go inside the wrap. Okay, this knife is so sharp, I really have to watch it so I don't cut myself. And I think that should do it. Otherwise, I'm gonna overpower the aioli. So it goes inside the mayo. If you look at it, they're very small and fine dices. Is it dices or dice? I don't know. Okay. Then I have a small sprig of thyme just because I had to put thyme in everything. So I'm gonna just dice this really fine. That goes in. Now, let's do the garlic first because I was gonna put the hot pepper. Listen, if you see me put Scotch bonnet pepper in everything, please don't think you have to. It's just that I just love Scotch bonnet pepper in almost everything. So I have a small clove of garlic and I'm gonna dice it really small and it's gonna go in there. Garlic is like bacon, guys. It makes everything taste better. Okay. Now remember, when you are managing a knife, you have control over that knife. If you hold the end of it, like I'm doing right here, you're not gonna cut yourself, so be careful. And when you're using a sharp knife, don't be distracted. Don't be watching TV while you're doing that. That's a recipe for disaster. Okay. The garlic goes in. I'm gonna go with my little pepper, but listen, if you can't handle hot pepper, don't add it. But it's just like a little bit, it's not a whole lot. So it's not gonna make it hot because most of your heat is in the seeds, as I said. In talking about resting the chicken, you guys might ask why. Because remember, when you cook a meat, if you cut into it as soon as you get it out or off the pan or out of the oven and you cut into it, don't you see all the juices flowing out? Yes. So that's why we don't want you, they tell us not to do that because when you let it rest, all the juices just stabilize inside the bird or the cut of meat and it keeps it juicy and tender. So it's not gonna be dry. If you don't overcook your meat and you let it rest, you're gonna have nice juicy steak, chicken every time, okay? All right, this thing here, the green was a little bit of cilantro, as you know, one of my favorite. And then now we're going to put a little bit of lime juice. You always roll your lime or lemon to just release the juice before you squeeze. That way, you're gonna be able to get all that juicy. Nice. Little tricks I keep teaching you along the way. And then you just mix it all. And here is your aioli. You take that, and when you go in your wrap, instead of using plain mayonnaise, you just use that. Voila. You know, I used to think I wanted to put this in jars and sell it, but I never did. And I did do a video about that, so I don't know where that went. All right, let's taste. I forgot a little bit of salt. It tastes good though. A little salt. Everything tastes better with a little salt and pepper. Ooh, I love this little thing. Okay. There we go. All right, I think we are ready to put our wrap together. Alrighty, so we're getting ready to put the wrap together. I just wanted to show you different sizes. This is like what I would call a medium. They even have smaller sizes, so if you want a smaller wrap, I like to use these for breakfast. That way it's not so big. But for lunch, you want to use a large size wrap. So they come in spinach. They come in sun-dried tomatoes. I used to get ranch, and you can also get whole wheat, okay? So you have a choice. And before I even put the ingredients together, you know, of course in the restaurant, you have the big grill. You put them on the grill just to warm it up a little bit. But in here, I'm going to use the sun-dried tomato. I'm just gonna put it in the pan for a little bit, just to warm it up a bit so it's not so cold. But after that, we can use any wrap that we want, any kind of size wrap that you want. Okay, so now, here we go. Here's your wrap. So you're going to lay your wrap and you're gonna put your base. It's gonna be your aioli, okay, this much. The chicken, I sliced it on a bias, means diagonal. And then when you're cooking your chicken, you pick it up and you look at it. See, if it's white, it's cooked. If you see any pink, you need to throw it back on the grill. That means it's not cooked. And you don't want to be serving anybody raw chicken. They're gonna get sick. You know, sometimes you go to a restaurant and you go home and you're sick and you're not sure what happened. Sometimes that's what it is. You know, the meat wasn't cooked properly, or it wasn't kept at the right temperature, all kinds of things. And I know I promised you guys I would do a class on food safety, and I will, a video. I say a class, like I'm teaching. All right, a little bit of that sauteed vegetables that are still a little bit crispy, just the way I like it. And I always like to add a little bit of green. So I have some fresh baby spinach. I'm gonna put it on here. Now some people like cheese, some people don't like cheese. Even though this could not be vegan because of the mayo, sorry guys. But when I do the veggie wrap, you can, you know, it could be vegan. And then I'm going to put a little bit of cheddar on this. And I just have some Mexican blend, so we're gonna use that. And you can use any kind of cheese that you want. Just a little bit. There we go. If you want, you could put a couple of slices of avocado. So we'll leave the avocado for the vegetable. But you know, in a wrap, the sky's the limit. You can do whatever you want. You can put whatever you want in it. All right, now that you have everything, you're gonna do this. You're gonna fold, and then you're gonna come like this. You know when you go to Publix and you see them fold, that's what you do, okay? And as you're folding, you're bringing it in, okay? As you fold, you're bringing it in. Bring it in, bring it in, and voila. Okay, let's do it again. You close. I have a lot of things in mind. You never see this much in your wrap at Publix, correct? Bring it in. Start folding. You folding. You bring it in. You're folding. You bring it in. You're folding. You're folding. You're folding. There you go. All right? And then sometimes what we used to do again in the restaurant, we would put it back on the grill so you seal the bottom. So what we're gonna do here, we're just gonna put it on the pan that's a little bit warm, and you're gonna leave it there, and then you're gonna slice it, and we are going to hold it with some toothpicks, and we got some. You know, I keep saying in the restaurant because we used to have so many different things in the restaurant. And then when I'm doing these videos, I was like, oh yes, I wish I had this. I wish I had that. Okie dokie. So, I'm gonna get 2 of them because we want to hold that wrap together. In your wrap, you can serve with a side of vegetables. You can serve it with a cup of soup, okay? And again, I'm gonna cut this diagonal. Voila. How's that? Beautiful, right? So I think that's gonna be my supper tonight. Okay, here we go. For this presentation, we're just gonna put 2 slices of avocado with it because I don't have any soups per se. All right, let me wash my knife. So for the avocado, when you're slicing a Haas, now the other avocados, you don't cut them the same way. I think I already cut this one sideways. You just run your knife like this, okay? And then you open it. Now make sure that your avocado is ripe, right? And then this side, you just make slices. 4. Okay, and then you get a spoon and you spread them out. Or you could use a knife as well. But my knife, my other knife is too sharp. It probably would go right through it. So I took a regular plating knife. Okay, there's your avocado. You could just leave it right here. Or you could make it look pretty. You know, in school, the food was one thing, the presentation was another. You had to spend so much time making sure your food is presented in a nice way. And you were always forever cleaning your plate before you presented it to the chef. And you do the same thing when you're presenting your plate to your guests. Be careful never to give somebody a plate that is not, you know, pretty, nicely decorated. All right? So, voila. So this is a chicken wrap with the aioli. All right? So now let's do a vegetable wrap. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do the breakfast one today, but we're just gonna do a veggie wrap. I used to have customers who would come just for the veggie wrap because they were vegetarian. All right, so we're gonna do the smaller one. We're gonna do this one. We put it down, wrap it up a little bit, and of course the people who came who were vegetarian did not want the aioli because they were usually vegan. Okay? So we did not put the aioli at the bottom. And they really didn't want it. So we're gonna put the rest of the vegetable in here. Goodness, that's gonna be lunch tomorrow. One thing to remember though about wraps, you don't want to make a vegetable wrap ahead because the veggies will have liquids that will seep into the wrap and it's going to make it soggy. So keep that in mind, okay? So in your veggie wrap, you want to be generous with your spinach because remember, you have less content in here. So I put a little bit more, and I definitely am going to add some avocado. Okay, you have the pit. Remember how you take the pit out? And it's supposed to turn. There you go. Okay, so we're going to put avocado in it. 4 slices. That's gonna be yummy. And then I usually sprinkle it with a little bit of salad dressing, just to add a little bit of flavor because there's not much flavor in here. There's no meat. We're not putting any cheese, okay? So this definitely could be a vegan wrap. So if you're vegan, vegetarian, you would enjoy this one, okay? All right, avocado, spinach, grilled veggies, a little bit of this. I have a light Caesar dressing. Oh, we wouldn't put Caesar on a vegan because it would have the Parmesan cheese. You would do strictly Italian, okay? All right, so this one is full. Let's hope we can do it. This one has too much. Let's take a little bit of that avocado out. Yeah, because you don't want your stuff to be bursting out. You want to be able to close the wrap. Okay, here we go. Remember, you're rolling and you're bringing in. You're rolling, you're bringing in. So this one here, we filled it up a little bit too much. So we're just gonna go like this, okay? And there's your wrap. Extra for me. All right, we're gonna put it on here to seal it a little bit. And I believe we are done with the wraps for today. So I'm gonna put the veggie together with the chicken. I know we're not supposed to do that, but just humor me. This is just for presentation. We would not be serving chicken with the veggie, okay? Okay, beautiful. So enjoy the wraps. These are easy lunch snacks that you can do for yourself or for the kids. I think next time I'm gonna do the chicken fingers because now school started. If you're a mom, you probably want some ideas on what to give the kids when they come home after school. So we're gonna do one video about some healthy snacks for the kids. And you too, mom, you know, if you go into work, you don't want to be eating all that junk food. Alrighty. Veggie wrap in the house. Look at that. Beautiful. Alrighty. So, we got veggie wrap and we have chicken wrap. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you're going to enjoy this because it's all goodness, good for you food that you can cook at your leisure. And next time we meet, we'll do healthy snacks for the kids. It's gonna be all about after school. Thank you so much guys for watching. And I know I missed you. I love you. God bless you. Au revoir. À la prochaine.